What's going on with the sun? What's wrong with the sun? And what's wrong with the clouds in the sky? What's going on with those clouds? The sun doesn't look like its normal self. It looks a little different. It's doesn't look like a big white circle or a yellow circle at times. It looks like it's got beams of light coming out of it. And the clouds, they got little things in them. And you can see up here on the top, like I think that's like maybe, no, that ain't the Olympic symbol. It's from a cloud making machine is what it's from. And I wonder what is up there that makes a cloud like that. Could there be like teeny tiny nano robots in the sky that self-replicate? And if they are nanobots in the sky that are suited for the clouds, are they intelligent? Can they look like that? If they can, if this cloud making machine can make something like that, it's bound to have some type of a computerized intelligent AI life form in it, like a nanobot or something. But the sun, and it looks like there's something behind the sun. And there is a theory that there's like maybe some kind of system up there, planetary system, and that maybe they're hiding in the sky. They say there might be. Let's look at this, you all. Let me do this like this. So let me get this. See this right here? Let's look at this, you all. This is supposed to be made by a cloud machine. And if you look in it, wait a minute. They say it's a cloud machine. Look, if you can look close. I'm going to try to blow this up as big as I can, if I can. I really do. I want to blow it up as big as I can. Look what it looks like. Looks like it has these little squares and things in it. We really got to look at it closer, you all, because something's not right. It really isn't. Let me shrink this thing back down because it got way too big, and it covered me up is what happened. And this right here covered me up too. I want to go look at this right here. I want you to look at it too. This is the clouds, and looks like there's some type of something inside it. It really does. Let's look what it's made up of. Okay, let's look inside it. This was from a cloud making machine, and that's what they called it, but it bound to had something in it. Okay, we've got that. Let's let me just save it, you all. Let me put this to here, and thank you for watching. I got to come back over here where I'm at. So we got that one. Let's just make you a little bit smaller like this, because let's face it, we have advanced technology that was shared with us, and I think some advanced species helped us along. I really do. But this right here with the sun, let's see if I can get it coming up here. Let's look at this. What's wrong with the sun? If you look up here, you can see that there's something else up here. There's like multicolored, like, I guess they're like kind of like beings or something up here in the sky. But they're multicolored, like balls or whatever you want to call it, orbs or life forms. And then look behind the sun. There's something red behind the sun. And I hope I'm on here, you all. Look at that. Look at the shape of the sun. It can't possibly be our sun. I mean, it's in our world is where it's at. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining. Hello there, Apple Brooks Honey. Let's thank you all for joining. Let's look at this. So, I want you to look at the tips of these clouds. Now, I've been talking a lot about the tips of the clouds. I have. That there's these little black things in the clouds. I want you to look at them closely. Can you see them? Because looking closely at them. It looks like the same thing that they were bragging about their cloud making machine, okay, because it had the same texture. And you know we do with the webcams all around the world. You can see black things in the tips of the clouds. You can, just like this, I want you to look at this. Look at this. And then look behind them. Look behind them. Okay, you see what that looks like. This is the sun, and these are some clouds that are around them and stuff like that. And you got these little black things on the tips of the clouds, and you got the white things also. But they really do. They look a lot like the same type of composition as this right here. Now we're going to go to the article that is talking about a cloud making machine, and I want you to just notice the similarities that is shown here as an example compared to these. And we know the clouds look funny, and we don't mean any disrespect. We're just noticing the irregularities in some of these clouds. We are. And if they are like nanobots or something like that, why are they in the sky, you all? Why? And that sun, why does the sun look like it's got a bunch of sprockets? Okay, kind of looks like some kind of a spiky star or something. There looks like there's a straight edge behind it too if you look at it. Let me come back to here. And I want to take you to the article that it's in, that I saw. I went over here. We're going to talk about, look at this, photosynthesis is ran by tiny machines. I just want to put all these things, I just want to put in here the things that I have open right now, you all, because I clicked on it, so I want to document it. Click that. I clicked into here, so I'm just going to put this, and I'll just put these back to back because they are from the same search, except one is images and one isn't. So let's look at this. So tiny machines, photosynthesis, tiny machine. As the sun moves overhead, squadrons of millions of chloroplasts move towards or away from the brightest part. The energy changes the shape of the electron cloud around very specific molecules in your plant. That change in shape increases the likelihood that a particular reaction will take place. So we got these, look at this, an early childhood education robot for kids, a make block. A make block? I don't know what a make block is. Oh, it's an education. It's a tap pen controller. It's a coding tool that exercises children's logical thinking and problem-solving abilities and stuff like that. The continuously updated M-Tiny Toolkit also fosters the children's interest in learning math, English, music, and other subjects. Okay, that's fine. So you all could go to that link. I'm not going to put it in there. Look, tiny machines. In 1959, the physicist Richard Feynman gave a talk called "There's Plenty of Room at the Bottom" on the possibility of micro miniaturization. To encourage the progress, he offered a prize of $1,000 to anyone who could build an operating electric motor that could fit into a 1/64th inch cube. And within months, somebody did it. The living machine, tiny living machines called xenobots, create copies of themselves, and then you have a mutiny. Okay, time machine. So we got these tiny machines. Well, I kind of digress, but I'm talking about the clouds here. So look at this. A cloud-making machine is suddenly marvelous, they say. Suddenly marvelous. So this is 2008. No wonder the clouds don't look normal. And really, they started changing. If any of you, and I know that you all have zoomed up on your pictures when you've taken them in the sky, and you think that cloud does not look normal at all, I know you've zoomed up on them like I have. And I only started looking really closely in 2018. Some people have been looking a lot closer for a long time. So let's put this here, you all, since we got this pulled up, because this is really important for you to, I don't want to separate that right there. It's important for you to know what's been going on in our skies. Cloud making machine is suddenly marvelous. Metro rebuke. Oh, we rebuke you. This now truly this is what our clouds got inside of them too. They got the stuff in them, you all. They do. Cloud making machine makes a peace sign. When one-time magician Francisco Guerrera decided to float an idea, he really pulled a rabbit out of the hat, a cloud-making machine. The clouds, or the flogos, come in any shape you want, from Mickey Mouse to the Olympic rings. They are made of soap and gases, such as helium, which allows them to fly off and retain their puffy texture. Cloud-making machines make a child figure. They will fly for miles, and they're so durable they can last for a while. Depending on the weather and the formula used, the flogos can last from a few minutes to an hour. That was 2008. Here we are in the year 2022, or 2022. So a lot of time has passed, and I just say that this was like the little baby. This is the little bitty thing that they had just started doing. They can fly up to 30 miles and go as high as 4 miles, but normally the little clouds level out at about 500 feet. His machines can pump out your flying logo at a rate of 1 every 15 seconds. The clouds, I never knew this, you all. They are made in 60 centimeter, which is 2 feet, 3 feet sizes at 6 feet generator in the pipeline. Wow. So if they can do that, you all, that is an Olympic sign. A U.S. company. That's all they had on it, you all. So they got this like there. But this is what's seen in the clouds. It is. That stuff right there, this stuff right here, it's also in our clouds in the sky. And these little black specks right here, what are the little black specks? Well, I know what I think these little black specks are. I really do, and I have said it so many times before. They came out of a solar flare. They called it a particle event, just particles. And I don't think they were just particles, you all. Let me find this is my photo right here. Let's look at this, you all, because this sun looks wild. I took this. You can see the date. I just picked a photo to look at. So this is from July the 23rd of 2020. So that's 2 years ago at around 5 something at night, almost 6 o'clock at night. So we can see these clouds. Look at this. They look kind of fine. You know, if you look closely, you can see they don't look normal. They don't look like normal clouds at all. They don't. They actually look like fake clouds because they look like the ones that the guy showed from 2008. And we're in the year, this is 2020. And it has the same characteristics. Do you think that they're just floating them around up there? Do you think that's what they're doing? And then what's all of these things behind? What is up in the sky? What are these round things up here? Can you see them up here in the sky? Because I didn't want to mess with my photo. This is an original photo. So I don't like to mess with my original photos. I can mess with it, but I don't have to save it. I'm going to try to bring out these black things that are in the clouds. You can see them right here. They're all in the clouds all around the world, and they're like little bitty squares, and they probably are tiny, tiny machine-like things in our skies. And what is their purpose? Have you wondered what is the purpose of these in the sky? Because they shouldn't be there, but they're there now. You see them. I know you see them, you all. And you probably see them in a lot of your photos. They're there. And look over here. They're on the tips of these clouds. Can you see them right here? All the way over here. They outline the clouds at times. They outline the clouds just like that. I'm not going to save that because I want my original photo, even though I've got it on a card. So you can see a lighter version of it. See, this looks kind of normal right here. It's just a little like that, but that sun. Why do we gotta have these red circles next to the sun? And I know that people say that there's like a sun simulator up there in the sky. We went over that before, and you know, we've saw the center of one of the suns up in the sky, and it is like a black center. And when I zoomed up on it, it's been a few years ago when we were able to zoom up on them, I would slow it down because it would move so fast. It was literally like a Tetris cube continually rearranging itself up there. And if it's continually rearranging itself, then it's bound to be some type of a life form. Is what it's bound to be, some type of a life form. Now see, now look at that. You all, am I doing that again? I'm so sorry. I get so caught up with what I'm doing, and I think I pushed the button and they don't let me push the button. I am so sorry. Let me take this back again because I went over here. I'm just trying to zoom up. Why does the sun have to look like that, you all? Really, why does it kind of look like a time machine up there, like a CERN thing? Does that not look like a CERN thing right there? If you think about CERN, how it has these things on it right here, like a Stargate, 1, 2. It really does. Look at that. CERN does have that on there. Can we go to CERN? Can we go to one of these CERN pictures that I might have saved in here really fast? Because I think it kind of looked like it. You all, let me see if I can find a CERN thumbnail in here. I'm trying to get close to it. Let me put this on me for a second. I'm trying to look for a CERN thumbnail since I did it. I don't have that good of an image. Well, all I got is this right here for now. Like, see, like it's like that. That's not too good of an image. I wanted to see CERN and dark matter, but that sun right here, you know what I mean? It looks like a it looks like CERN with those things on it. And really, have you thought about that? Have you thought about that maybe, just maybe, up there in space, they've got something like that in front of the sun also in space? Our sun was yellow when we were children. It was. I'm going to make sure I push that button. See, look at that. So when we zoom up, it's so bright. And you can see the reflection of the zooming up, and you can see these red circles and stuff like that. My feet are getting hot. I'm gonna take off my socks. Wait, let me pause this. You see that? You see this little red thing right there? And see, what's this yellow thing? Is this yellow thing really our sun? This little yellow thing right there? Now, see, that really could be our sun, the little yellow thing. Let me come down here. Because our sun used to be yellow. It used to be yellow. Like this little yellow thing right there. We know when that sun travels in the sky, it is that shape right there. And it's that small if you can catch it traveling in the sky. But look at that. That's supposed to be the sun up there. And we were never taught in books that the sun looked like that at all. We just weren't, which is kind of wild. So that's that. Let's see if I can get back to this movie. Okay, this is the movie. So, oh no, Gina, don't mess it up. Gina, you just messed it up. I just messed up my thing. I actually have it on my thumb drive is what I've got it on. And I'm going to come back over to it. So let's go look at these. Oh. Here we go. This is not a normal sun. Okay, this is that sun simulator is what it is. Look at that. Okay. So yeah, the sun shouldn't look like this, but it does. It has 6 sides. You can see the rays coming out. When I zoomed up on that, let's see if we can see something. Wait a minute. Here we go. This is not a normal sun. Okay, this is that sun simulator is what it is. So we've talked about the sun simulator up here. Okay. I'm going to zoom up on it for you all. I'll zoom out. Yeah. You can see that is not normal. The sun should not have 6 sides to it unless it is the solar. See, it just reminds me of CERN. When looking like that it does. It says it's, oh my gosh, I hope it's not a time thing, you all. This is 2008 when this was. Gina, honey, you talking to yourself on here, you all. That's the butterflies. I got to put that back to me. Since I'm, not the butterflies, the hummingbirds. Trying to get in here, looking at this sun again. Let me get it. How did I get to that video? Okay. All right, so let's look at this one. Let's see the sun. You get some of the red tips. See, this is the one. This is the photo that I went off of right here. With it. So what do y'all think's up there in the sky with the sun? I know some people think that there is like a sun simulator and a planet. They think there's a planetary system up there in the sky that they're hiding that's here, and a lot of people can see it. I don't study that. I don't. There's some people who do study that. I mainly focus on what's in the sky, what's in the clouds, the ships in the sky. Simulator. If it isn't our sun, that's right, Tina, honey. What is it? Thank you, Sky Metal. Maybe we are starting to see other dimensions. Aliens stole our sun. India, 1920s. What if they did? Really? What if they did? Could have. So look at this. I want to zoom up on this. Look at this. Look how the clouds look right here, and look at the dark mass right here in the center. Y'all, this is not. There is no way that this is a normally occurring cloud in that sky. No way. This is an automated cloud, and it's like an intelligent life form. What we're looking at right here. So you're not seeing things when you see things flying around, and And people have seen these. I've caught these little black square-like things coming out of the sky, because you can see them like little black squares coming out of the clouds. And they're intelligent, but if this is true, if there's these tiny robots that replicate themselves, see, look at them, they're on the tips of the clouds. And it's like, what are they? And you can see them. Look at that. Y'all, this is, come on now. How, let me tell you this. How can you deny, this is an actual picture that I took with my Nikon. How can you deny that that cloud is, it's not a normal cloud? There's something else to it. Look at that, you all. All along the edge of that cloud, these are not real clouds right here that's up in the sky. There is a slight chance that there is a real cloud intermixed with these things right here. There is a chance, but look at this. So I'm glad that I came back to this, because I kept thinking, I see little heads on the sides of the clouds. I would say that, but now I know they're not little heads. I know that they are like a mechanical, like a robotic-like thing on the edges of these clouds in the sky. That's what it is, on the edges of these clouds. Now this may not interest anybody. Some people, they may think, I don't want to even know about that. Can I just enjoy my life? Yes, you can enjoy your life. You can be aware. You can be aware that these clouds at times in the sky, when you take your picture and you see a lot of the black things on them, it's this right here. This close you're going to get right here. That's what's on the tips of the clouds. And I don't think you can bounce around in these clouds. I don't think you can bounce around in these clouds, you all. I don't. Look at that. All along the tips of them. And it's not insects either. It's not. Over here with the sun, you can see it all around the sun. And really, when did they first appear? When did these in the clouds first appear in the clouds? Well, we know with that one thing, at least 2008, when they started making cloud machines, but was it earlier than that? 2008, see, they come out. Look at that, you all. That's the center of a cloud. That's the inside of a cloud. It's some kind of forming thing right there. Look at this. The center of the clouds. When I saw things like this in the cloud, I used to lay outside. In the sun and get some vitamin D. When I worked second shift, I would lay out in the sun a little bit for maybe 20 minutes to try to get tan, and it's very therapeutic feeling the heat on my body. But when I was taking pictures and I zoomed up and I saw things in the clouds, I thought, I'm not laying out in my bikini no more. I'm not, because they're probably something's watching me from the clouds, and I quit doing it. I did. I just didn't feel comfortable. And that is the truth. It is. So, wow. Let me make sure I got it there, you all. And some of these look like cubes. Well, I hope the Borg's not here. I really hope the Borg is not here. And look, if you zoom up, look at all these pixels. Is this a matrix too? Is the matrix falling apart? Is the veil thinning? Is it thinning? Because there's a lot of stuff going on. Look at them. They're all in the sky. All in the sky. And it's wild in that sun. Why is it red behind the sun? And what are these? These round things. Anunnaki. No, I'm not missing a lot of the orbs. I see them in there just because I don't mention them. Doesn't mean I don't see them, because I see plenty of them. They're all around the sun. So I see them. They're here, 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 here. They're all around it, all in the sky, and they're clustered around the sun. You can see them. They're all over the place. And some of them are in the clouds too. So, yeah. Do you all think you've jumped timelines? Rumble in Humboldt, do you feel you jumped timelines? Because, you know, you could have jumped timelines. You really could have. I don't play no soccer. I know when we lived in Germany, they were really big into something like soccer or football, some kind of football, soccer or something. Look at this picture right here. Look at that. Boom. This is put into black and white, as you can see, of the sun. It's little tiny things. I wonder if there's any organization found in these, if there's any like rows of them where they line up together other than just on the tips of the clouds. Looking for that. You had a matrix clicks. Yeah, you also something definitely it's not normal. It isn't with the sun. And these are just some pictures from 2020. After a while, you know, when you see this so much, it's just like it gets old. It really does. It gets old, and there's no way I could focus on this continually. It's like even the ships that I documented for years, for around 2.5 years, going on 3 years. I got so tired of it. Almost got burnt out. I did. I thought, can I please focus on something different other than the ships? Because I really wanted to. I didn't want to be trapped in that thing of that's all I show. Although I'm thankful that I got all the pictures of the ships that I did. But look at that sun. And then all the little rainbowy colors. I know that there's life forms other than what's in the clouds that are up there in the sky. Yeah. Orbs. Yeah, there's orbs up there, and there are ships in the sky. I'm not going to say that there aren't ships, because I know there's ships, and you know there's ships. There's ships in the clouds. They're cloaked in the clouds, and I wonder if some of these things that are in the sky are also up there to hide the ships in the sky. That's what I wonder. Are they up there to hide the ships in the sky? Is what I wonder. Well, I was just documenting these birds as they's flying by too. You all, do I got this pressed over there? Because I hope I do. With these, see, these clouds look normal if you don't zoom up on them and stuff, if you don't mess with the filtering. And see, what's this? Why is this up here? What is this right here? Is this right here truly behind that? And if you look at some of the webcams, the sun is like a diamond shape on some of the FAA webcams. When you can find some, it's like a diamond shape. But then what is this reflective of? The sun simulator inside of that. Really, it doesn't matter whether it's a sun simulator or not. See, there's some kind of ships up there too. It's up there. It's super bright. And the question is, why? Why is it up there? Why is it super bright? Is there something that they're hiding? Because there's obviously something that they're hiding, and we're told not to look at the sun. They don't want us to look at the sun, you all. They don't. Look at that. Can you see that square right here? Boom, 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 boom. There is a square there. They don't want us to look at the sky. That's why the sun is super bright. And if you do take a picture, you'll notice that little whatever is up in the sky, it's being reflected, and that little reflective part, it just moves around. But there are, as you can see, there's like stuff behind the rays of the sun too, almost like that same shape right up there too. So there's so much going on. There really is a whole lot. And you know, if this is your first time seeing the sun like this, it's pretty wild looking. It is. It looks like something that is futuristic, that is science fiction. It doesn't look like it would be our sun looking the way that it looks. It doesn't, but it does. It's up in the sky, and I don't know if it's the same one that's up there all the time. I don't. That's right. I don't know if it is or not. Wait a minute. Okay, so we can look at the ring around the sun right here. Let me see if I can. I'm not going to change the original photo. I'm not, but I don't want to do that. But see if we can see anything else. See, look at that ring around the sun. And why are there so many of these right here? Is that to attribute for every single point that's on here? And these have a very fine outline of them. Look how you can see a perfect ring. What if these aren't truly solid? What if they are like, where were these being reflected at? Oh, there's a ship right there. Teeny tiny ship in the sky, cloaked as a cloud. It's quite strange, you all. There's something up there, and they're hiding it. See, look how massive this looks like. It's green back there. Now it looks like it's green in the sky. Wait a minute. I think I remember, I used to call him Angry Beaver, but Naughty Beaver. No, that was the golden one. No, it was the, when I took the pictures of the observatory shutting down, I had the image of the, these UFOs on the side of the sun, and they said they were repairing the sun, and inside some of my photos there was like a great big orange like canister like thing inside it, and he said it was like some ship is what he said it was. But see, look at the outline of this. This looks really wild looking if you look at it like that. Yeah, so even the edges of these, they don't look real. And even with this down here, this isn't the same as what this is that's behind it. Something great big and green behind the sun, because you see it's got a perfect curvature up there. What's that behind it? It's there's so many things a person could explore. There really is so many they could explore. And you could spend your whole life exploring, and indeed a lot of people have, that they never came to, they never did bring disclosure. They didn't, not the people, but the powers that be didn't let no information out concerning what was going on. Now look at the sun. Oh no, this is the earth. So the earth has a plasma sphere. You can see it down here. Has its very own plasma sphere, and has radiation belts around it. And it has a great big tail. This is really, it's like, it's got a plasma sheet. And look how far it expands out. it expands out really far, and it's got a great big magneto tail that's part of it. So why does the Earth have a great big plasma sheet that's behind it? Why has it got a big old magneto? It's like incognito magnet. Look, magneto sheet, bow shock, yeah, plasma. All this plasma behind it, and plasma on the sides of it, you all. And if you look right here, the Earth's magnetosphere, ring current, the plasma sphere, and these green. Why do we got the green? Why are the Van Allen radiation belts green? And why is it green behind the sun in that one photo too? So, yeah, you all just look at this picture of me when I was little. This is my brothers and sisters, and you know, it was scary. Right here, we're sitting on the moon. I didn't want to get up there. That's me in the center. This man, he had like white hair, and I got some cotton candy that night, and it gave me a massive, massive headache. But yeah, set me on top of the moon. But he was kind of scary, is what he was. Oopsie. A little bit scary, you all. That's all right. It is. So, yeah. This is, this picture right here. I took it on my main convergent lines in my front yard facing the eastern sky. And, took it in September when the observatory shut down. Right before they shut down, these pictures were taken, and this is what showed up in my camera right here. And I never knew what these were. Hope y'all can hear me. Never knew what these were, these bulbs or whatever. But the scientists knew. They said that large ships were trying to repair the sun. And this is the massive, massive, like, motherships, like. And these were like smaller ships, fleets of them. This photo right here, it literally made its way all around the world. It was talked about in Taiwan. It made its way on all these other YouTube channels. They shared this stuff. I hadn't a clue what was going on. I never knew anything about it until, I guess, several months later. I didn't know any of this was going on, that they were sharing my stuff and talking about it. And but these right here, they are in the sky around the sun. These right here with the ripples on them, all around the sun, but you don't see them, you all. You don't at all. Susan B., honey, yeah, it is. It was exciting for me. It really was when I found out, and nobody told me. But yeah. So this was the photo on June the 15th of 2018, right there, when I came to a stop sign in the sky. You can see that light up there, and you can see the sun right here and all these chemtrails. Gina, honey, it's just some images of light beings in my yard back in 2018. See, look at these. Okay, you all look at these. See these rings right here? See, this is what is like, looked like it was on the side of the sun, something like this, because it had the rings in it on the side of the sun. If you, right here, see them? And yet they came down like massive orbs. It's like interdimensional. It's like interdimensional was what they were. Yeah. This is massive. It was. Look how big they are. I loved it. I really loved it. This was down there behind the property when the sun was coming up, they showed up. Is that some kind of a star, you all? Yeah, let's look at some of the fleets of ships and see. These are practically like the same type that was around the sun. Look at that. They're interdimensional. There was thousands of them that came in, and they're here. They're in the clouds. And every time I would share pictures, I know that there's people, they've got all the pictures that I've ever shared, because there were thousands of pictures I would upload to the Facebook and share every single day. But it's okay, you all. I was so happy, and I wanted to share with everybody. I did. And it's okay. In the big scope of life. That's right. T, honey, you gotta go to bed. I'm just now looking up here, you all. I'm getting very tired. I really am. So I'm going to be going right behind you all. See, this is like a, boom, one of those orbs, you all. That's right. The sun, you're talking about the sun. You can talk about the sun. There's some more ships right here. Yeah. Good night, T. Oh, Kitty's sleeping now. She's already got sleepy. It's like 9:58 at night. 9:58 at night. See, these don't look like our airplanes, you all. They do not look like our airplanes in the sky. They kind of look like submarines and stuff, but yet, look how they come out of these great big orb-like ships. See this? Look how massive this is right here. It's a great big and circular, and these massive ships are coming out of it. So I could only fathom, this is probably as big as the sun, some of these ships. But I was supposed to be talking about the sun, and there's people saying the Anunnaki were coming, is what they say. They're coming. The Anunnaki are coming, and that's the Anunnaki ships, is what they say. So who knows? Who really does knows? You ought to even show up in the inverted mode. It's like that. Oh, nature's spirit, you okay? Yeah. I am going to go, you all. There's something going on with the sun. I could set and show pictures all night, but it's like I get tired too. I really do. And it's okay, you all. It's all right. Christine, honey, you gotta go to bed. What? For bed, another place to look for beings, like in the trees. Yeah, they are in the trees. They are. There's beings in the trees. That's right. Ah, yeah. So, yeah, that's okay, you all. It's like tons of pictures right here. Tons of them. My little light beings and stuff like this. Look at these. They greeted me at night, coming home late at night. Light beings as I drove by. Aren't they cute? They really are cute. It's like they got like a burst of light, and it, like they were holding hands. Aren't they beautiful? They really are beautiful. And no, I don't get no bad feeling from them, you all. I don't. But I loved going through a certain area at night on my way home, and because they would be out. They would. So I'm going to go, you all. I've done wore myself out, and let me put myself right here. We looked at a lot of stuff, you all, that there's something wrong with the sun and these clouds. They don't look normal. They're not normal. And what can we personally do about it? Nothing. Nothing. We can be aware. We can. And that's about all we can be aware, knowing what's going on. It's okay. It really is. That way, if something does come out, you're not going to be shocked at all. And when people do hear something comes out, those who have been hearing something for a long time, they're not going to be so shocked. They'll be able to cope with it. That's really what it will be. You'll be able to cope a lot better than some people will. That's right. So I am going to go, And thank you all for watching. And with that being said, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello. From my heart to yours, love you. Have a wonderful rest of your evening, you all. And thank you for watching. I learned something. I did. That when I see the clouds with the tips of them, these little black things, it's not black heads or brown heads. It's actual other things. So now I know I'm not going to say, oh, I see their little heads on the tips of the clouds. No, it's not their little heads. It's some kind of a machine or something like that up there. That's right, you all. Good night, and thank you, moderators. Thank you all for your comments. And hope you have a wonderful dreams and a wonderful day. Love you. No, wait, I don't even know if I said it, you all. I'm going to have to say it again. I'm tired. I'm going to say it anyway. Hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello. From my heart to yours, love you. Have a wonderful evening. Love you. Sometimes I forget.